What's up, guys? We're here at AMC Town Square.
Wait, I gotta stop you. Let me take the intro. My name is Jacob Toronto, and I'm a certified stud and a bona fide critic, and you can't teach that. This right here is James Shue, and he's 6 foot tall and a marketing mogul, and you can't teach that. But you can gain some tips from you this Saturday. Get that information below because he has an awesome thing going on this Saturday. But right now we are here at AMC Town Square. Bada boom, realest guys in the room. How you doing?
I'm excited, man. We got Matt Damon back.
Yes.
For Jason Bourne.
Yeah, Jason Bourne.
The fifth entry.
I confessed last week that I only seen the first Bourne movie. And I unfortunately have not seen the other Bourne movies, so I'm really kind of nervous going into this.
When you're not serious, you're not serious.
I could, you know, I was just like...
Bona fide, not serious.
Bona fide, not serious. Certified, not really into this. But no, I'm hoping that this movie can stand on its own. Like, that's the one thing I'm kind of going in for. Louis Vuitton was the one that was kind of taking the reins on this review, but I was like, no, man, I think I could do it if I could understand what's going on. So I'm hoping this movie isn't going to be that confusing. Because from what I gather from everyone, like, just talking about it, the movie's, like, this whole mystery of Jason Bourne is pretty much solved in the original trilogy, right? So I'm wondering where this is going to take us, and I'm going to figure out if I really need to go back and watch everything, because I will, and then I'll go see this movie again. But you, I know, are a big Bourne fan, so how do you feel about Bourne returning after Jeremy Renner didn't make the cut?
I actually liked the Jeremy Renner. It wasn't obviously, it was the lower of all of them, but I enjoyed it. It was fun. But this one, Matt Damon's back. I'm ready, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the Jeremy Renner one, you know, I didn't see that film either, but I think, like, it's okay that that movie went out and, like, was talking more about these people that were part of this program rather than, like, him replacing Bourne but I think that actually makes, like, good sense, like a good way to go about doing a sequel. But I know a lot of people were kind of disappointed. But not many people say it's a horrible film. It's just not as good as the Bourne movies.
Right.
2 hours, and we got some Vegas in here.
I'm excited, and we have some friends that's in the theater that were extras.
Yep.
So we have ideas of where they're going to be.
See them.
So
yep.
we're hoping to see them, and basically, let's see if Matt Damon can make Jason Bourne again.
Ooh!
All right, so we just got out of Jason Bourne, and I really...
Sure, I just want to really give you an ultimatum.
Oh.
I want you to realize your identity.
Well, I'm doing this movie to see if I'm doing the reviews with you to see if I can leave a legacy.
Ooh! The only one I'd leave out is Supremacy, but...
Well, that's basically what I do over you all the time.
That's true.
Supreme and over. But on a serious note, I really, really enjoyed this movie.
Wait, no, I got one. If you want to be a part of the supremacy of internet marketing, make sure to tweet this man, Shue M. James, or visit shuemjames.com. Find out information. This Saturday is a big event. Description box below.
I really enjoyed this movie a lot. I'm not going to say I loved it, but it's right below that.
Okay.
I really, really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun, and a lot of people have been saying that this film is the latter of all the Matt Damon ones, and I don't know if it is, because for me, it's just like one long story, you know. And I think that if you enjoyed Bourne movies, you're gonna enjoy this. I think if you don't like Bourne movies, if you hate the shaky cam fighting, if you hate all that, yeah, this isn't gonna be for you. But I think that with them doing a fifth entry, there's a reason why. It's because most people do enjoy these films, and I think people are gonna enjoy this movie. And for people who say that it was not necessary, it definitely was necessary. They had a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I was sad. Oh, I guess it's a little spoilers. We'll talk about it later. So that's my little quickie. Loved it.
Oh, so I want to do like a spoiler
section? It was really,
section?
really good. Yeah, we'll talk about
okay.
that. You know what I mean? You know.
Are you talking about Vegas?
Yeah, sure, if you want.
Yeah, well, let me know. Like, what did you feel about Vegas's presence in this film? Because, you know, as a local critic, we always like to see Vegas on screen.
Loved it, and I loved seeing the Night Fox, if you will, Vincent. Do you know his real name?
I don't know.
Cassell, yeah, Vincent Cassell, who's I think he's married to Monica Bellucci, the beautiful.
Wrong dude to ask about
yeah,
this.
That's his wife. Oh, she's banging. Anyway, anytime I see him on film, all I see is the Night Fox, and that's not a bad thing, because I love the thievery and all that.
Yeah.
And he's back in his element again. He's back in Vegas again for the Ocean's 11 and 12. That was a lot of fun, and I loved when they're in Aria. Because we're so familiar with Aria that I'm just like, oh, that's so cool. Mm-hmm. And then they're going through, down Las Vegas Boulevard doing bum bum bum, and I'm like, yeah, I drive down that basically every day. I drive down that street. So for me, I loved it. I thought that was so cool to see them
It seems kind of silly, but it is always like awesome to see.
It is awesome.
It's awesome to see like where you're from.
Just like if you lived in Chicago during the Batman or Nolan series, Dark Knights, you see Chicago as Gotham.
Yeah,
you gotta love it.
Or you were from Boston, and even though Ghostbusters was like, this is in New York, but they filmed most of it in Boston. You're like, hey, that's not New York. Anyway, okay, so going in, I've already made this abundantly clear that I've missed major.
But they gave you a recap.
They gave me a recap, but I didn't even really need it. I mean, it is very, very understandable on the most basic level. I mean, if like I said, I at least saw the first one, so I know this guy was like, "What the hell happened to me?" And like he's woken up and trying to find out what's going on to him. And though I don't know the entire conclusion of how he comes to find out everything. This movie is very easy to follow. I mean, this movie has a very direct motive, and I think that's pretty awesome that this movie that I expected to be so lost and confused in, I really wasn't, and that says something. I think Jason Bourne is as gritty as ever. Returning into this movie, you could tell he came back with some passion here. I think this is a really, really great role for Matt Damon. I mean, I love seeing Matt Damon in a variety of stuff, but he seems really comfortable
Martian.
As Jason Bourne. Yep, The Martian. True Grit
Rounders.
is one that doesn't get talked about enough. Rounders, yeah, that's a little bit old school. I mean, he's a really talented guy.
Talented
but there's
Mr. Ripley.
Talented Miss Ripley.
See what he did there.
Good Will Hunting, yeah, it was good. Dogma. Any Dogma fans out here? Hey. No? Okay. But I mean,
nobody here.
No one.
No one here. The
No?
Dogma.
All right.
Okay.
But he's a very talented guy. But he feels very at home with this character, and I think he, obviously, him coming back though he didn't want to do the fourth one. You could tell that he has a passion for this character, which is very apparent. I also think what was great about this movie is that yes, a lot of action just in regular films is very quick cut and very fast and things like that. And a good portion of that is like that here. But one of my favorite sequences in the entire film is the final fight sequence. Because, we're so used to this fast pacing cutting that sometimes we don't even know like movements. We just see kind of outcomes of movements because everything's cut so well. This movie just kind of lets you stare at it. And even though there are some really nice cuts, I mean, it's very, very just like raw and just letting you see every punch and every hit, and I just really appreciated that sequence. The Vegas was awesome. I mean, you have this complete I was thinking of Twisted Metal when when I was watching this. Cars just flying and flipping everywhere, and of course being on our home turf, it was pretty awesome to see. Let me see. I think this movie is good. I think Tom Lee Jones was really good in this movie. I wasn't crazy about Lisa.
That guy's so grumpy.
Yeah,
God dang, dude. He is so grumpy, dude.
That was actually all behind the scenes footage.
Yes. Gosh. I can't imagine going to dinner with him somewhere. It's just like, anyway.
I wish I could do a Tom Lee Jones impression, but I just really can't. But Alicia Vikander, who I've always really liked, was good in this movie, but I think that she has to play a very particular character where she's not very readable and she's kind of cold, but I think at times she came off a little bit robotic to me, and I might have been one of the only people that felt that way. I just felt that she was a little bit too robotic. However, but she has a really great presence. Overall, I mean, I enjoyed this movie. I thought it was really good. From what I remember of the first one, I liked the first one much better. I now really am interested in going back and watching the other films to kind of fill in the gaps. But I would say that the only thing with this movie that is kind of what I would assume is disappointing people is that the trilogy is this wonderful character arc of Jason Bourne's mission to find out who he is, and once that is complete, everyone felt pretty satisfied. Louis Vuitton rewatched the 3, and he was telling me, he's like, 3 ends just so well. And I was just like, so why are we here? Why are we going into this next world? And watching it, I feel like it works, but I don't know if it is necessary, and I feel like it is lacking. I mean, might not be necessary, but it doesn't mean it shouldn't have happened. But I think it is lacking that character drive of him trying to find out what happened to him, that determination of that character and that arc. Since that's complete, that might be missing that kind of drive. But overall, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a really, really fun movie.
Love it. So, a little spoiler talk real quick.
Yeah, spoilers.
I was sad that Nikki Parsons had to die.
Julia Stiles.
I was so sad that, because she's in all of them, and so I liked this character, and I was just like, no. So I hated that part. And then so I wanted to jump on the Vegas chase scene in the spoilers, but you already talked about it. It was so cool seeing the dum 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 dum, all that stuff. And
Oh, just ripping through the cars.
oh, it was awesome.
That sequence was
because they did
amazing.
it, you know.
Yeah,
it's real.
Yeah,
it's not
that's
CG.
yeah. There's not a lot of CG when it comes to the action and stuff in this movie, which is very admirable. And that sequence alone is just, I mean, you know, Frank Marshall talking to him at CinemaCon. He presented the Jason Bourne trailer at CinemaCon, and he was like,
Frank Marshall or Paul Greengrass?
Frank Marshall. He's a producer.
Oh, okay.
And you know, he's produced a ton of films, and he was just like,
Yeah.
"This is something that like this is a scene that no one's ever seen before." And we've seen a lot of car stuff, but I mean, there was just something special, especially on such a monumental piece of land.
Well, it's
in a
because it's on
monumental
Vegas
strip.
Boulevard,
Yeah,
it's why it's
exactly.
cool.
And then I got to speak to him a little bit when I met him. Very, very nice guy. He really got me hyped for this movie, and he didn't let me down. I mean, I think this is a great addition. Yeah, it might not be their everyone's favorite Bourne movie, but I don't think anyone's gonna say, they didn't need to make this. I think everyone's gonna be really
so
happy.
then jump on that. And also this is how I feel. And I just got out of the movie. For me, also the way I feel about it is the first one was a beautiful, one of the greatest trilogies of all time. I would say, you know, because there's not a lot of those. You know, there's usually ones that mess up, but like one, bam, loved it. Two, bam,
very
bam,
consistent.
three. It's like Captain America now is like I like one of the top 5 best trilogies of all time too, because every Captain America got better.
No, I hear you.
You know, better than Matrix. I love Back to the Future. Better than Back to the Future. Part 3 let me down a little. You know, but anyway, Matrix definitely let me down. Ninja Turtles.
Part 3 gets all weird.
Yeah, think about it. Like all trilogies, but Captain America. Anyway, for me, this is, and because I know they're not done making these movies. As long as this making money and as long as the paycheck gets bigger, they're not going to stop.
And they made sure to leave us very open for.
Of course. And yeah, so for me, this is just a new chapter. You know, so I'm not even trying to compare it to those 3 because that was a beautiful trilogy. It did what it did, and this one's gonna be the new trilogy, and it's gonna do what he's gonna do again.
Do you think we're gonna get Bourne every year, or do you think they'll be like pacing
no,
it?
I don't think.
I think it would be smarter for them to pace it out.
I think so too.
You know, but Matt Damon isn't getting any younger. You know, not saying he's old, but
I can see them doing it another one in like 2-3 years.
Okay.
But I don't think another one's in.
I really think the one thing that really also helped this movie is seeing this character back in the role. So I think making people wait does really have a payoff. And I've always said that about sequels. I don't like sequels that come out a year later. I've always been a fan of sequels that take their time to let you really miss the characters. And Jason Bourne obviously taking that Jason Bourne, see, that's how good of an actor he is. Matt Damon taking that hiatus really brought fans back to kind of reunite for this movie, because once Legacy came out, you know, everyone was just kind of like, that series is done. And then him coming back, you know, it was just amazing to be in the Coliseum and hear everyone respond to seeing him back on screen. So
I would like to see him team up with Jeremy Renner.
Well, I mean,
I would like to see that.
To me, again, I've not seen Legacy, so I don't know. But I mean, to me, that would make sense to at least bring him in.
Yeah, I think it would be awesome
at some point.
Because Jeremy Renner.
He's an awesome guy. For those who don't know, Jeremy Renner did not replace Jason Bourne. He was just another person who was used in this program. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it would make perfect sense. I mean, that could definitely be where the story is going to, where Jason Bourne wants to find all of these people, or I mean, I don't know how many.
Because Alicia Vikander is about to become director, right? She's about to become Tommy Lee.
She's slinging that promotion right now. She's and then they got her on the little video. He said
that sucks.
And then you had Moby at the end. And the music was really good too. The editing was great in this movie. I mean, obviously a very solid movie. One of the better movies that we've watched as of late. I'm glad that the end
one of the better ones of the year for me. This year hasn't given me a lot of good stuff, bro.
Yeah, the year's been really rough, but I don't know
you.
if it would still be in my top 5 just yet. But I would definitely say of the summer, it is up there in top 3 of the summer. I would say top 4.
Love it all, love it all. Finally, the week has come because in 7 days, Suicide Squad, my Harley Quinn.
But I usually tend to be very vexing.
My Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Slipknot, Killer Croc. Right? Yeah. Anyway, Amanda Waller, Viola Davis,
Harley Quinn.
How to Get Away with Murder. I love that show.
Amanda Waller. I've always loved Viola.
She's hot as hell.
Viola Davis?
Yeah, I think she is.
I don't think Viola Davis does any wrong. I think she's beautiful. I think she's amazing. Every time I see her on screen, like if she wants me to be sad, my heart can crumble. If she wants me to be happy, she just radiates happiness. I love that woman.
Margot Robbie.
And like Amanda Waller is one of those characters that really kind of like everyone knows Harley Quinn, even if they don't read, but not many people know who Amanda Waller is. And I think Amanda Waller is a really, really great character that can, if like is played well, can be one of the best characters in DC Universe. But I don't know how they're going to use her.
There was a rumor that Oprah Winfrey was going to be Amanda Waller.
Yeah, I remember hearing that.
I loved it. I was like, yes. And then when they announced it was Viola Davis, I said, yes, I'm fine with that too. That's
hey
great.
man, Oprah can act.
Yeah.
Oprah
she
can
ain't
do it.
just some
Yep.
famous talk show lady.
No,
No, she
Oprah
ain't
can
that.
definitely act, but
The
I love
color
the
purple?
choice of it. I just love. I mean, I don't even remember now which trailer because there's so many of them. But,
Not really. Not really.
But that TV spot or that first trailer when she's just eating that steak and they like purposely give her.
That was
like,
the
this-
first ever Comic-Con trailer.
Yeah. See, I knew it was the first one. It was like just this huge steak
Yeah.
and you see her eating. I mean, it just kind of gives you this menacing feel about
What
her.
if Superman came down?
Oh God. So I'm hoping like those little nuances are really what Suicide Squad's about, and I really hope that this is.
We
the
got
movie.
Batman in the movie. I'm curious if we're actually going to see Ben
I'm going to
Affleck's
quote
face.
Louis Vuitton right now and say Batman is 0 for 2 this year. And I have to agree with him because if you haven't seen my review for Batman the Killing Joke, you can see that in that white eye up there. And I love that graphic novel, and that movie was really disappointing. Oh my God. I mean, I don't think it was awful, but it definitely was not good. Oh man, I was so disappointed. And Batman
BVS?
vs. Superman. Which I'm gonna tell you guys, me and Shu, we sit at these chairs and we joke around, we fool around, but this is a brave soul. This man actually went out to a store. He swiped his card and purchased the BVS extended cut.
For
Wait, it gets better.
$25.
Not only did he spend money on the BVS movie, he actually popped it in his Blu-ray player and then watched the extended version. That is bravery to me.
I've watched it.
I couldn't do it, at least for another year. I'm still like reeling off those few. But then again, in my defense, we did watch it like 3 times that week, so it was a lot. I mean, that was 6 hours or 9 hours of BBS, and I was like, oh. So I don't know if I want to watch 4.
That's fair. Harley Quinn, man. I'm so excited about
I honestly feel this movie falls on her shoulders more than anyone else, more than Joker's. More, I mean, like I think people are expecting to have mixed feelings about Jared Leto, but I think people are really, really depending this movie to be on Harley Quinn's success or failure.
I believe that.
I'm wrong?
No, I agree with you. But I also believe that Margot Robbie she's already famous. She's about to become superstar famous.
I think she's famous.
Literally.
But I don't think she's established as... Well, that's not true. She's done some good... We talked about this before because we were trying to figure out her performances, but she hasn't given that performance.
No, I'm just talking about fame.
Yeah, fame. Yeah, absolutely.
No, because you could be like an Oscar winner and you could be walking down the street. Some people may not.
Yeah,
know
that's
it.
very true.
I'm talking about she's gonna become a superstar.
Household name.
Yeah, like she can't walk. She will not be. Oh, she's already like that, but it's gonna be ridiculous.
I just hope everyone's like, man, Margot Robbie was so good in that movie. Have you seen Margot Robbie's new movie? Margot Robbie.
Dude, she looks amazing as Harley Quinn, and in all the trailers and stuff that I've been watching.
Out of all of
looks
the time,
fantastic.
out of everything that I've seen from Suicide Squad, she's the one thing that I'm actually the most confident in, and mostly everything besides maybe Will Smith.
Will Smith will be awesome because it's Will Smith.
Yeah, I don't know though. Like he doesn't
Even-
feel like he belongs in that group.
Even Jai Courtney, who is not great, looks awesome as
Jai Courtney
Captain
does look
Boomerang.
good.
As Captain Boomerang.
He does
He's
look
not
awesome.
even awesome. Huh? Yeah, I swear I read that today. He was on mushrooms when he got his head shaved by David Ayers.
Jared Leto, I'm expecting to be like, but see, I'm very open. Like, you have the comic book fans who are like, that's not the Joker. But like, I've realized reading comics and watching that's how they are. You never talk to any of them. And I'm not like, don't attack me, please. I know the wrath of the comic book nerd, and I don't want it. But yeah, dude.
Say it to my
I
face.
forgot what I was saying. No, don't, please. Leave it in the comment section. I'd rather have it there than in my face. But I think I think you have to be willing to let people explore with the Joker because it's such a great character. But no Joker should be the same, and if it is, it's always going to fail
Then
to
it's
meet
bootleg.
that. Well, then yeah, it's always going to
Then it's
fail to meet
bootleg.
that expectations of the other person. You know, everyone's like, "Oh, Heath Ledger can't do it. There's no way Jack Nicholson was top notch." So what does he do? He goes in a completely different direction, and that's a smart way to go about it. And I'm hoping that Jared Leto does the same, and people are weary about his appearance, just like they were with Heath Ledger. And I'm rooting for him. The man's very talented, Oscar-winning actor.
Can't deny that.
Yeah, no, can't, and you can't teach that. And I hope that he really blows everyone away. But like I said, to me, he's just an element of this movie that's nowhere near as important as Harley Quinn, because I think people have been wanting Harley Quinn for so long, and she's the first and only, live screen adaptation. So she's got a lot riding on her, and I'm really hoping she succeeds. Of course,
I am so
I
excited.
hope the movie's great. I really do.
Of course, I know, and you actually really do.
Of course
Yeah,
I do.
of course.
I don't want any of these movies to fail, but I'm just also very like, all right, this is what I've seen.
This is gonna be my
my
favorite movie of the year.
You said that about BVS, man.
I did.
Because the thing is, and here's the thing is, when we reviewed Marvel, I got so much flack saying I was a Marvel sellout and Disney paid me off and I don't like DC. But anyone that knows me knows that my loyalty, my allegiance lies with the Dark Knight in DC more than anything else. So, to me, these movies have to be successful in order for me to continue getting Batman and in order to continue getting DC movies. And I want them to be good. I want them to be enjoyable and fun and are really dark and scary, but I want that option there, and I don't want these movies to all fail and then just it collapse and then it be like Spider-Man where we're getting reboots every 20 years. I don't want that. Or Fantastic Four. I don't
every
want
20
that.
years.
Not even. Yeah, you know what I mean? Every 3 years, every 2 years, yeah. I
I'm
don't
gonna watch
need...
Suicide Squad 10 times. I'm sick.
You speak too quickly.
You gotta put positivity out in the universe.
Okay, this is what, if you really think that, then I think you should, in advance, purchase your tickets. So even if you don't like the movie, you have to sit through it 20 times, because that should be your punishment for thinking that ahead.
I said 10 times.
Okay, 10 times. But that's still a lot, man. That's 20 hours. That's a full day. It could be of a great movie.
Let's do it.
You didn't even do Mad Max 10 times. I don't believe you.
ChasingCinema.com.
Film Lovers website.